All right, continuing on with my toolbox tour. Here we've got my combination wrenches. Again, different brands. You'll see New Holland tools I bought from a tractor dealership. I believe they're made by Blue Point, which is Snap-on's kind of economy brand. They've been great tools. Pretty much, once I get above the common sizes, 1/8", 1/16", right in there, I don't care what brand it is. It doesn't have to be a name brand at all. I've got some really big wrenches up in storage that I'll use very rarely. I've never broken one of the giant jumbo wrenches, and I don't have any that have a recognizable name brand on them at all. So you'll actually see quite a few New Hollands in here. Some Blue Point, gear wrench, some miscellaneous. I think these are all gear wrench over here. I do like the fixed head ratcheting combination wrenches. As you see, I don't think I have any of the flex heads, which are super common. A lot of guys really like them. I prefer these. So you'll see some SKs, New Hollands. They're pretty much identical. For all I know, they're made in the same factory. You see the Blue Points and the New Hollands. They look exactly the same. I think that's pretty much it for the wrenches. Let's go to the next drawer. This is my OCD drawer. I don't know why. It's so pretty. So here's my more hand screwdrivers, Torx, picks, nut drivers. Most everything in here is Snap-on. I've gotten rid of any of my cheaper ones I had over the years and slowly upgraded to Snap-on over the years. Don't really care if it's Snap-on or Mac or even Cornwell for that matter, but a high quality name brand that you have regular tool truck coming to, because I will break these from time to time, and having lifetime warranty is important. It's very handy to have that guy come every week, and I know that when I break a tool, he can replace it. Now that I'm just have my toolbox at home, I certainly don't use that so much anymore. The other big reason is not only is it lifetime warranty, but it's much higher quality. And there we go. It's focusing in. It's got a higher hardness on the tip. That's true on all of these. It's much, much less likely to strip out what it is that you're actually driving. So when you're using that screwdriver or Torx, remember that Torx set is expensive, but it's not nearly as expensive or pain in the rear end as stripping out a bolt, because we're using a Torx that should have been thrown away or replaced previously, and you strip out your screw you're trying to get out. It always happens when you're upside down underneath a dash or something crazy like that, and it's a pain in the rear to get to. Buy quality. Spend the money up front. Cry once, get over it. Over here, you'll see some different brands, cheap, whatever, various things. This is a handy tool. I'll just point out for really tight spots. I can put a small bit in here and drive something in a very, very tight area. Dashes, I've used this quite a bit in dashes. Don't neglect the super small screwdrivers, Phillips and straight. Stubbies are very handy. Here you see a 6-in-1 stubby. That's been quite handy over time. Even to have like an eyeglass, small eyeglass screwdriver is very nice. And then there's some specialty sockets in here as well. So this has like security tips on them on some of the Torx. So this is really just a security kit. So some of the funky ones that look like Phillips, but they're not. Yeah, I don't know if that'll see, looks somewhat standard, but it's not. They're specialty security things. Pretty handy to have. Don't use it too often, but when you need it, really important. Here's a small Torx precision screwdriver set. This one's like brand new. I think my son bought that for me after he may or may not have misplaced my last set after using it. Impact driver. So this is old school. This is manual labor. It still has its place. This can do a tremendous amount of force to break something loose when you might not even be able to get it with a regular impact. Files, there too, I've got some Snap-on and the basic files. A few different brands here, just that I've accumulated again over the years, from straight non-tapered round files, triangular files. I've got some miscellaneous files in other drawers as well. Half round, flat. So quite a few different files there. Again, a lot of those I don't use very frequently, but when you need it, it's wonderful to have. First Snap-on tool I ever bought was not this, but this was what replaced it under warranty. And the other one also was adjustable angle and ratcheting and had tools in the top. And it's probably my least used tool of all my tools, but it's the first one I spent big money on when I was a kid, and that shiny truck came and I was all excited to buy some tools. All right. If you're setting up a toolbox and you don't have these things, get yourself a cheap mirror, some telescoping magnets, a few different sizes. Don't spend big money on these. They'll bend, break, crack, whatever. Just get cheap ones when you need it. It's wonderful to have. Trying to think if there's anything else to note. Some trim tools in here. Pretty handy to have, used for quite a few years. Very, very useful tool. All right, I'm going to end this video there and move on.